Nothing can happen unless we've let our mind's programming agree that yes, it is indeed possible. Although our environment is the present moment, it does not mean we have to agree with it for prolonged periods of time. Every heartbeat, we are agreeing or disagreeing with our environment, and at any moment, we may aim our attention elsewhere to a more pleasant, enjoyable experience, if that is what we'd like, and begin new mind programming. Our mind is constantly feeling for the essence of your current constant experiencing so that it may create suitable mind programming to exist resistanceless in the experiencing. It has no sense of humor. It works only to do what it is made for, create resistanceless existing. Although the mind has much hand in our existing, it is not the only element of our personal experiencing. It works with another element of being, which is spirit. The mind works together with spirit similar to how CDs work with CD players. The CD being the spirit. Spirit is our essence in our experiencing. It is the energy of one's being. The mind creates programs in our experiencing based on what essence spirit is currently existing as. Our reactions to any situation passes through the spirit before it passes through the mind, which then manifests our reaction. This is the cycle. The essence of our spirit is the essence of our life, our experiencing, our mind programming. Spirit is the mediator between what you are experiencing and what will happen as a reaction to that experiencing. Emotion, courage, and divinity all exist within spirit. The current state of those ingredients and their stats can create your spirit. Through meditation, which is in a sense making the mind, body, and spirit still, like calm water, we can begin to acknowledge our own mind and spirit cycle. In some cases, we may not like what we find, but that only means we have some cleaning up to do. In other cases, we may break down completely due to finding an aspect of our being that you always knew existed, but never imagined so close. Language is another element in our existing that places buttons and strings on many aspects of our mind and spirit cycles creating. When certain phrases or words are said, a whole slew of mind and spirit movement will react accordingly to the mind programming one is continuously allowing through and from spirit. Even more so when a word has, to one's mind's programming, high emotional value. This is an important aspect to consider when one is aiming for an experience such as fearlessness. But to become fearless, we must first know what fear is. Fear is a defense mechanism to show when experiencing is quickly becoming overwhelming and we may have to react largely or move on to another experience quickly. It is our fight or flight response. It is our gauge of whether we think this battle is worth the growth in spirit or not. Today, fear is performed through language. This verbal type of fear is illusionary fear. It only exists because we allow our natural spirit to nurse unnatural fear. We make it real. When spirit is fearing, mind will comply accordingly, manifest will happen accordingly, and the cycle will continue accordingly. When spirit is loving, same suit follows. Verbal fear needs our mind and spirit to exist. Remember, with each heartbeat, we can agree or disagree with any experience, and continue experiencing accordingly. It is important not to let words affect our mind and spirit cycle, our experiencing, unless we intend to do so. Fear, as it is portrayed today, has no power and value, along with many other things, or pretty much everything, without our mind and spirit compliance. Living fearless lives will not only revitalize ourselves, but it will revitalize everything around us as well. Because where we go, fear is not allowed, and things are natural again.